Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Haikyuu to the Top, which is on episode 22 or just episode 9 of the part 2 of season of Haikyuu to the Top, Episode 9 of season 2 of Haikyuu to the Top or just episode 22 overall. I'm not gonna lie, I can't help but keep smiling for some reason. I keep looking, I had to go back and watch this episode so many times and look at some scenes because of how crazy it was. Not to mention the way how it ended off, man. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I can't really help it because apparently it's like there were two actual theme representations that I looked at lately, One of them belonged to Inarizaki, and then the other one somehow sticks with Karasuno with one of our MCs. Now you guys might be thinking like I'm going crazy or laughing like I'm a psycho or something like of a nasty laugh, right? And I won't deny the fact that I'm smiling right now because this is really interesting. I'll get to it in just a moment, So if anything else, let's just get this recap started right away. We have we have our number 14 from Inarizaki making his serve, Instead of making jump floaters, he decides to challenge himself and make spiking serves, And eventually he did get a couple in, but eventually like he gave Inarizaki a couple chances to attack and they eventually caught up, Eventually we get to see that of how that Inarizaki is catching up to Karasuno and they are actually blocking them out. Their number 2, I think he's a third year if I remember correctly, if it was shown to me correctly. He blocked out the cut shot from Tanaka Ryu himself, Pretty much telling him, you're not like Bokuto, okay? You're just a weaker version of him. Which I go like, oh, that's pretty interesting, That's really slick, Then we get to see that one of Shiratorizawa's volleyball coaches, which is the guy in the glasses, he apparently is actually analyzing Inarizaki, They are known to be an unstable team, but they are people who challenge themselves to do a lot of crazy stuff, which is why they are ranked second. And then we get to know a lot about what's up here and there, about the mentality they have, Even Mia Atsumu, I think Mia Atsumu-san or something. I think Mia Atsumu, right? Yeah, Mia Atsumu and Osamu I'm pretty sure they have the same thinking mindset like who the hell cares if we rank second, Who the hell cares? That was just yesterday. What will we become if we hold on to yesterday? That is one of the themes that actually held on to Inarizaki, It's like they are not trying to get their ideas of being ranked second get ahead of themselves, What I'm trying to say, even though they are known to be ranked second in all of Japan in terms of volleyball playing and possibly good national level, this theme has been a thing that even number 14 of Inarizaki has been mentioning. If we keep holding on to yesterday, what are we going to be tomorrow? That is something that is very important, I mean, it's like you could be arrogant enough to think, oh, we ranked second, okay, we're going to do so great tomorrow. But as the theme goes on in Inarizaki, and I know it seems confusing what I'm trying to say, is that this theme goes with them greatly, It's like we don't need memories, and then this other theme that goes with them. If we keep holding on to yesterday, what are we going to be tomorrow? Even Mia Atsumu and Mia Osamu actually represented that for Inarizaki. Even Inarizaki knows that if they keep holding on to yesterday, tomorrow they could be terribly bad. That's like the major theme for Inarizaki, Like, if we keep holding on to yesterday, what are we going to be tomorrow? That is one of the themes that stuck with Inarizaki, and we get to see how they make a nasty comeback, eventually, and they seem to be falling behind, etc. They seem to, they managed to actually overcome their point gap, and Inarizaki took over 14-12, Eventually, those points pile up higher with a block from Inarizaki again, it becomes a point ahead again. Then, we get to see we get to see like a crazy nasty ball here and there, and we get to see Inarizaki getting that ball again, etc. at the what's up. Although like there will be a time that eventually Karasuno will get their points too, but Inarizaki has been playing a lot crazier than they ever did. But when Miya Atsumu was about to get the ball, he actually let those guys get the ball, and it became their point. We get to know that in the rules of volleyball, it's like you're not allowed to touch the ball when it's still on the opponent's court, that kind of thing, etc. So that's when Hinata had messed up pretty badly, or Miya Atsumu actually like baited him into doing that. Even Miya Atsumu thinks in his mind, the ones who dominate the net aren't the big guys or the middle blockers. It's whoever it's the ones who reign over this territory, the setters who has the idea. And we got to see the score will be 17-15, and by that time, this becomes really, really crazy in the end. I mean, we get to see Miya Atsumu making his crazy serve, Daichi getting the ball, but it goes back into Inarizaki's court, and later on, they managed to get a point back because they expected to go out of bounds, that kind of thing. Barely surviving, etc. It was pretty crazy. Eventually, because of Tsukishima, he's been keeping an eye on his blocks here and there, and of course, one of their main attackers is their number 5, Inarizaki. We have to it that Suki has been keeping an eye on things of what's going on here and there. But we have to it that Miya Atsumu ends up making a crazy serve when it went to the back court and passes it to Osamu. But Osamu looks like he was about to make a spike, right? But he ends up passing it to Ojiro Aran. Aran will later on make a powerful spike attack, but Hinata will later on receive it. Like, he will later receive it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, one of his actual good proper receives, And everybody, and I mean all of Karasuno, everyone who's watching the video footage of like Karasuno gets Inarizaki are just watching right now wondering what the hell did he just do, And everybody's really shocked here and there. Even the guy who I think he's the coach of the young youthful volleyball people, he ends up actually complimenting Hinata like, it's those little steps you do. Like, every time you climb up, you actually get some results in the end. Then we get to see some flashbacks of Hinata throughout the season, Like how like Karasuno's coach, like telling Hinata, oh, you're gonna have to start if you're gonna climb to the top, you have to start from the bottom ladder and climb all the way to the top. That's how you're gonna have to do it, And then we get to see another scene where Washijo Sensei or Shiro Toizawa says, without Kageyama here, I don't see you any worth, man. I don't even know why you're even here. And then, Ushijima asking Hinata, what the hell are you even doing? And then Kageyama saying, I'm gonna go on ahead, that kind of thing. Even right now, like, he even remembers how, like, one of our Karasuno coaches, I forgot his name, I'm so sorry. He ends up telling Hinata, don't underestimate the fact of how you could be a ball boy, And eventually, because of that, Hinata's work of receiving the ball was actually really intense. Not to mention, they make a freaking crazy, like, try to make a crazy comeback of a 5-man version of a attack, And then we have to it that there's a wipeout, blockout strike, blockout by Inarizaki's number 5, but Hinata gets the ball, Everyone's like, what the hell? How did he get over there so fast? And then eventually, we have to it that they end up making a powerful attack once more, I mean, that's how it went about here and there, as Karasuno made their attack by Azumani, our ace of Karasuno. Then later on, Inarizaki's libero, number 15, ends up getting the ball with his foot, And then, like, they all get ready to, like, trying to get it back over the net here and there. And Miya Atsumu launches the ball from that distance, but when Karasuno thought the ball was going to get to them, the ball hit the ball that Miya Atsumu sent it back to, hits the net, and then Karasuno ends up couldn't get the ball, and they end up became a nasty breakout point. Well, not really a break point, but it was really important because Inarozaki's coach says it wasn't even a point that gives us the match point, but it was a point that you had to get. He even mentions like the point was more than enough to shatter your spirits, and once those spirits shatter, the exhaustion and pain and fatigue boils up all into your body, and it's only going to make it worse for you in the end. By that time, we had to that Ukai ended up asking Takeda to call out a timeout, and eventually, the score becomes 18 to 16. That's how terrible it is right now. Even Nohebe's former volleyball captain even knows this is really terrible right now. So the score is 18 to 16 right now, and it looks really bad right now because Inarazaki is ahead by 2 points. It's like Karasuno was ahead by 2 points a long time ago in this third set, but Inarazaki, through their determination of not holding on to yesterday, what we're going to be on tomorrow, and the theme they have, we don't need memories whatsoever. It really fit into Inarazaki, and that they are working way harder than they have to, just shows a lot. As for Karasuno, they're doing their best, and it looks like to me after that mess up point of the ball touching the net and Inarazaki getting that point back, 18 to 16 now. Oh man, it looked like Karasuno's spirits look like it's shattered, But we see Hinata says, "Hey, did you see that receive I did?" Even Kageyama was making this tsundere face yo. No, I did not see it. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. He just don't want to admit it. Everyone on Karasuno just ends up laughing so bad, etc. And Hinata says, "Hey, watch me get the next one." Everyone who felt so depressed, end up looking at Hinata and they end up actually laughing. This is where I actually laughed too and smiled at because Hinata, he's hungry. Literally hungry. Even, oh my gosh, even Osamu talked to Atsumu about the situation, what Hinata is. He's playing volleyball as it's food, And it's kind of funny too. It's he mentions you get sick of eating one thing, but you eat it the next day kind of thing. It's kind of crazy, And we have to it he compares Hinata every time you eat, you feel happy, Osamu mentioned it. No matter how many times, how you experience it, that feeling of happiness never ever goes away. I guess you always look like that when you're super happy to be alive when you eat, that kind of thing. And when you're eating cold rice balls or soggy ramen, that kind of thing, that's what's going on with him. Even Osamu and Atsumu realizes this nasty feeling of Hinata, He's playing volleyball he's eating my food, Even Atsumu realizes that this is if you take one bite when you're starving, you'll want more. You just get hungrier, that kind of thing. Even Atsumu realizes it too. He ends up saying, "Yeah, I realize it," It's like this. When you see someone enjoying their food so much after you're hungry, dude, everybody gets hungry. It just makes everybody hungry. So that makes me smile at the scene so much because the other theme that represented so much throughout season 4, such as most likely what happened, showcased a little bit of what happened in season 2 where it was called Hunger in season 2 of Haikyuu, is where everybody's hungry, Osamu talks to Atsumu is Hinata is actually enjoying volleyball when he's eating food, And when you get one bite, no matter how cold it is, you just want more. Even Atsumu realizes yeah, I get it. Once someone sees them enjoying themselves so much when they eat, they all get hungry. Which shows that their spirits are not broken yet and that they are not yet done, etc. I'm so sorry for this recap to be very long, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in simple words without a lot of confusion. All I can really tell you is that Inarizaki makes a big comeback, you know, not holding on to yesterday of thinking that they are ranked number 2 in all of Japan in volleyball. And they end up coming back worse on Karasuno, and they look like they broke the spirits of Karasuno because they're falling behind, you know? But Karasuno, thanks to Karasuno's number 10, Hinata, after making that receive and he's bragging about it, you know, you get another one, you know, and everybody's laughing and and they seem to be very happy about that. And that's where Osamu talks to Atsumu about Hinata, you know? Like, this guy is playing like he's hungry, eating food, you know? And that makes it very threatening because the way how Karasuno looks like the spirits were broken, unlikely that's not really happening at all. Even Atsumu realizes, like, hey, when you see someone like, when they're hungry and they eat, dude, they wanna eat. They all get hungry in the end, you know. And then preview next episode is called The Birth of the Serene King, and then looks like to me that hairstyle looks a little familiar, so we may see him next episode. Although like somebody had to mention it already, but we'll see. Anyways, there's only a couple more episodes left, episode 23 and episode 24. I think we're almost... Actually, there's more. Sorry. I think 23, 24, 25. Sorry. I think there's 13 episodes for Haikyuu to the... 13 episodes and Haikyuu to the top for season 2. Or should I say the overall total number of episodes of Haikyuu to the top is 25. So it looks like we're not there to the end yet. But, dude, this episode really got me laughing and smiling at the same time because of Hinata, you know? The way how he goes about of like how... Yeah. I'm sorry, this recap's gotten too long. I gotta stop here. Forgive me for making this long recap, but you know, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!